So recently I bought a Scuf, and the Scuf is it's a controller, paddles in the back. I'll put it on the screen for you to see right now. But yeah, so that's the Scuf I got. I got a Scuf Impact, not a Scuf Infinity. There's two types of Scufs right now for the PS4. But yeah, so my expectations for the Scuf was that I was gonna get used to it straight away, and I was gonna be perfect with it. I was gonna be everything with it. But then my expectations never like met reality. So I just switched off a little bit from the Scuf, and I was like, no, this ain't good. So lately I've just been trying to get used to it, and I've been getting used to it a lot. As you see, like, because I'm gonna show you the gameplay in the back now, and as you see in the gameplay, you'll see it. Like, I'm just getting used to it. But at the start, I didn't even know what button to press. So what you have to do is just train yourself to get used to it. So I'm gonna go through some tips and tricks how to get used to the Scuf, if no one knows about it, because I wanted to get used to a Scuf, but I went on YouTube to look for the tips and tricks. No one has it. No one has these things. So like, if I could just, you know, have some advice, it would be helpful. But I don't need advice because I'm gonna learn myself, and I like learning myself. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get into this. So first, I'm gonna show you the things that come with the Scuf. I'm gonna show you the Scuf itself. So this is a Scuf Impact. I'm just gonna go through everything that came with it. So you can either get these thumbsticks, which I've got. You can get the normal PS4 ones, or lastly, you can get the, what are they called? Concave. So if you get the concave, that's just like Xbox. If you come over Xbox onto this, you get that. You get 4 paddles on the back on the Scuf Impact, so that's all good. You also get this lets you replace the thumbsticks if you're going to change them. So this little thing you see lets you remap all the paddles to any button on the controller. So you stick it in the back, it's like a magnet. It lets you remap all the buttons. As long as you hold down the paddle and press the button, then it remaps. So let's get into like how to get used to the Scuf and everything like that. Let's go. So the first tip I'm going to give you in the whole thing is that you have to, like I said before, when I said train yourself, I never said like train yourself in a, well, yeah, you do train yourself. It's like, for example, if you're just training for like a game of football, you're training yourself to learn new skills, and this is a new skill that you're learning to use a Scuf. As weird as that sounds, it's true, because all you have to do is cancel out your mind the X and circle buttons if you get it remapped to them buttons. But if you don't, then it's a different 2 buttons. But what I'm trying to say is that every time you see the X and circle buttons on the screen, it says press X, press circle, press anything like that, say fuck off to the X and circle buttons. Say fuck you. Say I'm not going to use them. Slap yourself if you do. I don't know, just do something stupid if you do. Just make sure you do not use the X and circle buttons, or whatever buttons you choose to remap them to. But that's it. Like, for example, in COD, every time you jump you want to press X, but don't press X. Every time you press that, yeah, think of what you've done, think of the mistake you made, and then carry on and use the paddle on the back for the X button. So just do that and keep doing that and keep doing that. It should take 2 to 3 weeks, max 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks if you're special. But that's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, so that's it. So first tip, make sure you always use paddles on the back instead of using X and circle. Just train yourself to do that. So this tip is a bit more complicated. So for example, the Scuf lets you do movements you couldn't do before. So the only way you can really learn a Scuf that quickly is if you do stuff with the Scuf that you didn't do with a normal controller, because you wouldn't be used to doing that. So if you learn that skill, the only way, basically, if you learn something new, it's easier to learn something new, right, than have something and it changes slightly. Because once it changes slightly, the muscle memory of the something you already had before is stuck there. But if you learn a new skill that you haven't learnt before, or it hasn't changed or anything, then it's not going to be in your brain, so it's just going to get there quickly. For example, if I can jump and aim or something like that, or like jump and do something in a game, or in COD, if I'm in the middle of a gunfight in COD and I jump, that's a new skill that I didn't know how to do before. So if I learn that, it will let me learn how to use the Scuf quicker. So if you use different movements to like just maneuver around and just complicate everything for the enemies, then it's going to be easier for you to learn how to use a Scuf. It's just one of these mental things that actually get to you once you start getting used to it. But it really does help. Like, I'm telling you, it really does help as a whole. Like, just learning new movements, learning everything, it helps as a player, it helps become better. And yeah, so the last tip I'm going to be giving you is that you want to really just be learning one thing at once. So it's like if you have a bunch of skills and you change them all at once, it's going to be hard to change them all at once. If you change a skill one by one, it's easier to like recollect that in your mind. So once you recollect that and you understand it, then it's not become too complicated. So the thing I'm trying to say to you is that if you learn how to win gunfights first with the Scuf, that's good. Learn how to build after. Building is one of those things, yeah, it's good, but if you have a squad that can build for you while you can learn gunfights, then it's easier. So get some friends together. If you got friends, I don't know if you got friends or not, but get some friends together, play some squads, let them build up the ranks for you, and just practice your aiming with like the thumbsticks you've got, the new ones, whatever you've got, like just on the paddles on the back, practice jumping and shooting with a shotgun, just practice everything, just practice and practice and practice, and I guarantee you in 2 to 3 weeks you will learn how to use the Scuf properly, and if not, it will take at least 4. But like I said before, practice one step at a time. So for example, it's like pretend you had a normal controller and you change your thing to invert view where you look up and it goes down, and you change your sensitivity and you change your ADS sensitivity all at one time. What you're going to be doing is doing one at one time, innit? Because it's going to be hard to adapt to that, hard to overcome something that's so complicated at once. So what you want to do is, for example, change your sensitivity one at a time until you get to the right one, and then that's good. And then you want to change your invert view after that, and then that's good. So yeah, one step at a time, and that's it. And also one last point is I want to mention that all the gameplay in the back right now is of my new Scuf. So every gunfight you see, everything you see is of the new Scuf. So this is me improving over time. I'm going to give you updates on this. I'm going to keep going because I feel like not that many people do upload these videos, as I said before, and because they don't upload them, people like buy Scufs and they send them back, and I just want to motivate people to keep it because it's such a good controller. Like, people don't understand it, underestimate it for the price of the controller. And if you waste that price, if you waste the controller and throw it away and say no, I don't like it, you're just wasting your time. Because honestly, like, it makes you a better overall player. You just need to learn. If you have no patience, then it's just like it's peak, because you're missing out on opportunities to become better at a game. So have the patience, have everything, have it all, because if you have the patience, you will have the skill. Simple as. And yeah guys, so that's been the video for today. Hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully you have like come out of this video understanding what you get with the Scuf from the start, and how to use the Scuf and how to get used to it. So yeah guys, if you enjoy my content, you know what to do and how to support the channel. In a bit guys.